Welcome to Truth Tuesday, and the truth will set you free. I'm Dr. John Bergman with nearly 30 years of experience in working and regenerating health in our patients. Now, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this vital, life-saving information. Let's get into this. We're looking at Lung Healing Blueprint, the science-backed drug-free methods to optimize breathing, immunity, and overall health. Now, first, let's look at your lungs. Between 20,000 plus breaths per day, your total lung capacity is about 6 liters. You process around 2,400 gallons of air daily. And when you're looking at this, your lungs are composed of these little sacs. They look like grapes. They're called alveoli. You have about 300 million of them that they open and close in order to do that oxygen transfer. And I love this quote from a Journal of Applied Physiology. The lung is the only internal organ that is constantly exposed to the external environment, making its health a frontline defense for the entire body. Now, 3 stressors that can affect your body: physical, chemical, and emotional. Now, look at the chemical. Pollutants, smog, processed food, household cleaners, pesticides. Now, these introduce toxins that can create cell damage, which creates that inflammatory response, literally damaging that sensitive lung tissue. Physical stress, poor posture, sedentary lifestyle, repetitive motions, past trauma or injuries. All of these can limit that rib cage expansion and also the nerves that control the lung, leading to shallow breathing and reduced lung capacity. And third, emotional stress. Now, anxiety, worry, chronic anger, depression, high pressure drugs. These trigger that fight or flight response and leading to shallow breathing. Like, you're not going to say, yeah, there's a tiger outside. No, you're going to be saying there's a tiger outside. So physical, chemical, emotional stress have to be addressed. And I love Bruce Lipton's quote. Chronic stress is not just a state of mind. It's a measurable physiologic state that disrupts nearly every system in the body, from hormonal pathways to immune system responses. Now, let's look at the anatomy. Okay, you have the nasal cavity, which, if nasal diaphragmatic breathing is a completely different world, and this air goes into the trachea, which is the main area, that's the windpipe, and then it branches into these bronchial tubes, and then these go into the alveoli, the lungs. Now, the lungs are designed to contract. The ribs are designed to expand, so there's always a little tiny vacuum in between the lung and the rib cage. Now, and the diaphragm, you breathe in, that diaphragm contracts, you breathe out, the diaphragm relaxes. Now, understanding the body's structure is the first step to appreciating its function and unlocking its potential for healing. Gray's Anatomy, every doctor learns that. Now, the powerhouse, diaphragmatic breathing. This is how you can oxygenate your cells. Now, shallow stress breathing. Use the neck muscles, use the top third of your lung. It delivers less oxygen, and this is activated in that stress response, increases tension and anxiety. Now, deep healing breathing. This is why you can literally breathe your system to a more alkaline state. Engages the diaphragm fully, maximizes oxygen intake, activates the rest digest, that parasympathetic nervous system, promotes calmness and healing. Now, Andrew Huberman, a Stanford neuroscientist, conscious control of breathing is arguably the most potent tool for self-regulation and nervous system balance. This is why we teach breathing to every patient. Now, the miracle of gas exchange. When you inhale, these alveoli air sacs open up, and the diffusion, that oxygen passes into the capillaries, and carbon dioxide and waste products get out. Now, this transport, the red blood cells carry oxygen to the body and pick up CO2, which is the waste product from cellular processes. And exhalation gets that carbon dioxide carried back to the lungs and expelled. Now, quote, the efficiency of gas exchange at the alveolar level is a primary determinant of individuals' metabolic function and energy. And this is why you have a lubricant called surfactant that should be produced if you're fully hydrated. If you're dehydrated at all, the body produces mucus. This is why people with asthma have 10 times the amount of mucus in their lungs. And so they're literally being dehydrated to a toxic level. 5 keys to healing, and this is the number one. You've got to look at the master control system, and this is your nervous system. It controls respiration, but we have to look at the neck. The top of the neck, the brainstem, is literally the cardiac and respiratory center. Then C3, C4, C5 is the nerve to the diaphragm. So if there's any alteration in structure, you're going to have an alteration in function. According to the JMPT, abnormal spinal alignment has been correlated with decreased respiratory function. Correction of spinal alignment through chiropractic care may lead to improved chest wall mobility and lung capacity. You have to look at the nervous system because this controls every function. Then proper exercise. You only got to move your body every day. Aerobic, cardio activity. Look at brisk walking. Walk a little bit faster. Park a little bit further away from the store and walk a little bit more. And this uses consciously breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, so you can get good cardio and oxygen transfer. Then breathing exercise. Literally practice conscious breathing. Pursed lip, diaphragmatic breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth, so that tummy goes up and down on inhalation and exhalation. And then strength. This is hugely important. Just like mom said, you only brush the teeth you want to keep. You only move the joints you want to keep. So physical activity, you've got a hunter-gatherer body, and you're designed to move this every day. So the physical exercise is the key. Third key, proper nutrition, fuel to protect. Now, when you're looking at foods that support the lung function, look at berries, dark green leafies. These are all antioxidants. These protect the lung tissue from damage caused by the toxic exposure that you're exposed to and chronic inflammation. Then look at healthy fats, avocados, walnut, coconut oil, healthy butters. Now, these are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are crucial to reduce the systemic inflammation from the toxic environmental exposure. Then cruciferous vegetables, amazing. Broccoli, cabbage, and these are all very, they contain compounds literally supporting your detox pathways. That's why they say they have anti-carcinogenic effects. And then vitamin C. And look at bell peppers, oranges. And this is a powerful antioxidant that boosts the immune system and is essential for collagen and for tissue repair. And then water. It's essential for keeping the mucosal linings in the lungs thin and healthy. If you're dehydrated, the body produces a huge amount of mucus. If you're fully hydrated, you produce this beautiful lubricant called surfactant. And I love the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Dietary patterns rich in fruits and vegetables are associated with a reduced rate of lung function decline, even in smokers. Now, the fourth key, proper sleep. Now, sleep, this is not negotiable. It has to be achieved. This is when your body regenerates. Now, what happens during deep sleep, you're looking at cellular repair. And this literally can help repair. And this is when your body repairs that damaged lung tissue. Deep sleep regulates hormones. Sleep deprivation causes a rise in cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which can drive inflammation and weaken the immune system response. Then immune system recharge. This is what happens when you sleep. The immune system produces infection-fighting proteins called cytokines. During sleep, lack of sleep impairs this process and brain detoxification. The glymphatic system clears metabolic waste from the brain during sleep, reducing overall systemic stress. And I love Dr. Matthew Walker. Sleep is a fundamental pillar of health. A single night of poor sleep can significantly alter the body's inflammatory and immune markers. Now, fifth key to lung health is prayer and meditation, that inner calm. Now, the science behind stillness, when you look at stress reduction, this activates. Everyone has that stress or regeneration response, sympathetic, parasympathetic. And that meditation and prayer lowers the heart rate, lowers blood pressure, lowers cortisol, and stimulates that rest, digest, and repair nervous system. improves vagal tone, strengthens the vagus nerve, which helps regulate lung function and inflammation. Then conscious breath control. Meditation naturally encourages slower, deeper breathing, more diaphragmatic breathing, improves the gas exchange, and then reducing inflammation. Studies show that regular mindfulness practice can lower inflammatory markers in the blood. According to Harvard, mindfulness meditation has been shown to produce measurable changes in brain regions associated with memory, sense of self, empathy, and stress. You've got to look at this. So to reverse the damage and restoring health, you got to look at, we're exposed to the trifecta. And this is chemical stress, physical stress, and emotional stress. So what's the healing blueprint? Nervous system care. You've got to get proper exercise. You've got to get proper nutrition, proper sleep, and prayer and meditation. That's why we call them the 5 keys to health. According to Joe Dispenza, the human body possesses a profound capacity for self-healing. The role of the practitioner is not to cure, but to remove the interference to this innate inborn intelligence. Brilliant, Dr. Joe. Solution for eliminating chemical stress. Clean your environment. I mean, eat organic. Choose whole food, organic foods. Avoid pesticides and herbicides. Filter your water. Get rid of the chlorine, fluoride, and heavy metals. Natural spring water is the best. And if you're using a reverse osmosis filter, make sure you remineralize the water. And then use natural cleansers. Replace the chemical cleansers with solutions like vinegar, baking soda, essential oils, and improve the indoor air. Make sure you get some type of air filter for the inside. HEPA air filters, purifiers, bring plants inside, naturally filter the air, get outside air in. And according to the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences, the cumulative burden of environmental toxins, known as toxic body burden, is a significant yet overlooked factor in chronic inflammatory diseases. If you're not addressing the chemical stressors, you have to. And then the physical stress. You've got to look at technique. Okay, if your head is down looking at a computer or a cell phone during the day, you're literally straightening up the curve. And remember, that hunched over process is decreasing lung function that could up to 30%. And when you look at the nerve that supplies the diaphragm comes out of the neck. So do 3 daily postural resets. Number 1, thoracic extensions. If you check out our pelvic health video, we talk about a foam roller or a plastic water bottle. Okay, lie under a foam roller under your back. Gently extend your spine over the roller to open up that chest area. And while you're under that force loading, do deep diaphragmatic breathing. Then cervical extensions. Get a rolled up towel at the base of your neck. Pull down and point your chin to the ceiling. Not back, look up. And do that multiple times. We recommend minimum of 100 a day. And then the twisting. Put your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Interlock your fingers and twist to the right as far as you can and the left as far as you can. Now this, and I'd recommend doing this at least 50 times, but this motion, this is how the discs get their nutrients. They get it through movement. They have a horrible blood supply. And if you're not moving, those joints get compressed. So doing these exercises all throughout the day is going to be essential. And according to the Kapanji, Physiology of Joints, for every 1 inch the head is forward, it can increase the weight of the spine 10 pounds. Leading to cascading biomechanical compensations. You got to correct that forward head carriage. Then emotional stress, physical, chemical, emotional stress. All those activate that fight or flight response. Box breathing. Okay, do this for 2 to 5 minutes. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Do that for 2 to 5 minutes. But that conscious breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, is going to be fantastic. And then look at gratitude journaling. Write down 3 to 5 things that you're genuinely grateful for. This practice is scientifically proven to reduce cortisol, improve the outlook. And then nature exposure. Spend at least 20 minutes a day in nature, in a park, a forest, a beach, and without distractions. This has been shown significantly to reduce the hormones. physical, chemical, emotional stress. And I love this. The regular practice of meditation and mindfulness can rewire the brain, default stress pathways, creating a new baseline of calm and resilience. Brilliant, Dr. Davidson. Now, for more information on this, check out our science-backed article, The Lung Healing Blueprint. Get to our adaptivephysiology.com site, and luckily you can get a 50% off code by using Black Friday. And you're going to have access to the entire site. You're looking at hours of videos, 2.5 hours on just lung function, practical tips that you can do. And I'll see you there. Now, please share this vital, life-saving information, and let's change the world. God bless you all. Stay healthy, my friends.